Can you smell that, punters? Spring has sprung, and we are blessed with a monster day of racing. Flemington, Rosehill, stack of listed races, 8 group races. And the good horses are lining up, boys. Autumn Glow, Via Sistina, Joliestar are all in acceptances this weekend. Headlined by the Group 1 Makybe Diva Stakes. Flemington Race 8, 1,600 metres, $1 million in prize money. So we've got a small field, 6 runners. Via Sistina is our current favourite at $1.90. Aeliana, $4, looking to go one better after incredible first up run in the Wink Stakes. Mr. Brightside, $6, looking for his 3rd straight win in the race. And we like reminiscing over previous winners. And Nick, I see Grunt won this race a few years ago.
What a
One
horse.
of yours?
What a horse. Yeah, he was.
One of your first love?
Yeah, like that was sort of my 18-year-old year. I think he won the Guineas earlier in the year, in the autumn. And then actually, I reckon I backed him when he won this race and got the Fecky. And I think he beat, I want to say Kingsville Dream and Jon Snow added some good value to it. And it paid a good amount. It was a nice surprise. But yeah, I loved him, Grant.
That was a different variation of the same story we've heard many times. So well done.
Thanks. I had to try. I've got to mix it up a bit.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah.
Grant is a favourite. Yep.
Yeah. And it's, we're talking about today, was the War Machine Silks, or same silks as War Machine, and then the Yulong Silks. But after it won this race. I thought it won this race in the Yulong Silks.
No, he won this race in the Rupert Lee. I think that's why I liked him too. They're sort of storm colours, navy, dark navy purple with a yellow lightning bolt.
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Does it have purple in it?
Nah, those silks are they're navy, but
Okay.
I feel like he just described the storm jersey.
So they're Parramatta.
well, I don't remember the Eels having
With
a
the
lightning bolt.
Fair.
Yeah.
How are you seeing this race? Are we disappointed there's only 6 runners in it? Obviously, high calibre set of runners.
Well, it's disappointing because Treasure of the Moment was meant to be here. And obviously she's had that minor setback, which was not ideal. Sounds like she's all right, but I would have loved to have seen her here and roll my 520 over onto her, but she's not. Via Sistina, they sort of plan A is back in play, I guess, for her. They were going to run her in the 7 stakes next weekend and split those two, but I think it's still quality. I think there's 5 horses that you wouldn't fall off your chair if they won it. Mark Twain, the outlier.
Yes, I thought it was a
he's
mistake.
sort of a Melbourne Cup horse resuming off an injury layoff. But I'm going to side with the Queenslander, Antino. There's just no speed in this. And I know his best wins have been when he's got back and made looping runs. But you go back to his winter a couple of years ago. He won the Wayne Wilson up in Queensland over the mile, went forward from a wide draw and produced a really good rating that day. He beat Via Sistina in this race, second up last year. I know Mr. Brightside won that, but I thought he had the race shape against first up and hit the line as well as anything in the Memsey Stakes. Second up, he's got a good record. He won the Hollandale second up in the sort of the late autumn, early winter. He's one that I just think can go forward. Doesn't have to lead. I'd suspect Mr. Brightside leads, but I think he can sit outside him. So. And he might just sort of get the hop on Via Sistina and Aeliana, who are both coming from Sydney, both coming off heavy tracks. But like I said, I think any of the 5 could probably win. But if I'm going to have a bet, Antino is where I'm siding.
It's been a good race to play the top of the market in recent years. So the last 5 years, the winner has started $4 or less. Narrows this race down a little bit. Isn't it? Aeliana was ultra impressive on that first up run. Are you sticking with her? $5. It does seem like there's a big gap in the market there. How do you kind of see it?
I think it's fair enough. I think Via Sistina will win. If Aeliana was going to get her, she was going to get her first up. Via Sistina, that was potentially when Via Sistina was going to be vulnerable. I thought Aeliana would land in front of her first up, so she lost her advantage when she was slow to begin and she ended up behind her. I think Chris had Aeliana really wound up for that first up tilt. So I think if Via Sistina was going to get beaten by Aeliana, it was first up.
Okay.
There's no scenario here that I can see Aeliana landing in front of Via Sistina, given the fact that Via Sistina draws 1 and she began better than her first up. Via's first up run, the rating that she produced is the best first up rating she's produced in Australia. So that suggests to me that she's in for a very good campaign. Mile suits second up. Yes, she was well beaten in this race last year, but that wasn't a heavy deck. It was a forgive run. Mr. Brightside, that's the worst first up performance ratings wise that he has produced since February of 23. So he's an 8-year-old now. So I think he's on a downward spiral. Antino bounced hard, second up last preparation, but that was 1,800 metres on a heavy deck. So I think this is a different scenario. I don't think he can win. I like Via Sistina. I think she'll win and she'll justify that odds-on quote.
I thought he was going to get the end there and tip Mark Twain. Yeah. I thought, I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look a bit bomb-proof with Via. I thought you'd be leaning towards Aeliana, or you just...
I think, like, when I watched that replay, like, I think Aeliana was really good, like, through the line. But I think if they even went another 200 metres...
Aeliana was there to beat her.
Yeah, I think Via was holding her off still, though, and, like, was, holding her at bay the whole way up the straight, so...
And I think that's why Chris Waller was wary of that track first up, because he had Via Sistina underdone.
Yeah.
And she was just still too good and beat them. And, I think that James will be aware of the low draw, so he'll get her into clear galloping room. He'll be aware of where Aeliana is, and, I think that she should win.
Well, I'll be having $230 on Via Sistina as the rollover continues.
Have I convinced you? Because about 3.5 minutes ago, if this podcast has been going for 3, you were saying...
Yeah, that I just thought that there's a big difference in the market between Via Sistina and Aeliana for how good she was. Yeah. Aeliana was first up.
Yeah. I think, you're on the right horse to go.
I think it's about the right... I think they're both... I think Aeliana's about the right price.
Okay.
I think, just on my markets, I have them both rated about the same price, but that's being a little bit negative on Via and a little bit positive on Aeliana. So I think that they could potentially go the other way slightly.
Yeah. But what does that mean, like being a little bit negative on Via? Like, what are you taking into account?
I could have bounced her to a bigger figure than I have bounced her to.
Right, okay. Yeah. If Via Sistina wins this race, it'll only the second mare to win it in the past 28 years.
There you go.
So could be a history making win as well.
Who was the other one?
Oh, I'll be able to tell you.
I wouldn't know.
No.
Surround.
It's a case of beer.
Yeah, that's right. Last 28 years.
Yeah.
Sunline?
Yeah, that's where I would have been going.
That was really cool.
Atlantic Jewel?
Yeah, I don't think she did, though.
I'm not sure. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Would have been a good trivia question, but...
Yeah, people are asking, when's the competition coming back?
Yeah, I know. No, it's all right. We'll keep it up our sleeve for later weeks.
Southern Speed.
Was that a mare? There
Yeah.
you go. Caulfield Cup won the Caulfield Cup the spring before.
That's a interesting one.
Yeah.
I would have thought, I don't know, maybe not many mares of... What about Makybe Diva?
No, never won it.
Never won it.
But I don't know.
Yeah, that's when it was
It
called.
used to be called the Craig Lee.
Craig Lee, yeah. No, that's taking that into account.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I thought that was a bit weird as well. Having a
you'd
race.
think. Yeah. Renamed the Melbourne Cup.
All right. We have a massive race in Sydney this weekend as well. The Group 2 Run to the Rose Hill, race 8. We've been waiting. BJ said nepotism would go unbeaten this spring, and the pressure's on. Our selections just came out ultra impressive.
Yeah,
First up.
very
It's an easy game.
kicked their heads in.
This, what are we looking at now? Nepotism is currently $12. Raging Force is the favourite, $3.10. Tempted, $5. Great race, and this will give us a really good idea heading into the Golden Rose in a fortnight's time. Are you sticking fat? Is the tip Nepotism?
I think he's the best horse in the race. When I made that statement, I didn't realise the weight scale in this race was not going to help Nepotism. So he has to give a few of them fitness. He has to give a few of them weight. And it's going to be tough for him. But that being said, he's a horse that, in my opinion, hasn't produced a rating that would win this race, but he hasn't been given the opportunity given the fact that he's drawn wide. He's only had 3 career starts. He's gone from... He should have nearly won on debut, and then he won a Group 1 2 starts later. So he's a very good horse. Whether or not he wins this first up, I am not sure, but I'll be having my $100 on him. Just having a look at the horses in the market. Raging Force is well found at that $3.10 quote. In my opinion, he goes 1,100 metres to 1,200 metres. He had them on the hop first up, and that's why he was so well supported. I think Woderton was coming to get him. I don't think he would have beat him, but I think he can potentially allow a length there for Woderton. So on the weight scale, you see a horse like Nepotism. He has to give 3.5 kilos to Woderton. I think Nepotism's a better horse, but there wasn't much between them last preparation. The draw is sticky for Woderton out there in 11 from that 1,200 metre start at Rose Hill. But I do think that him and Raging Force should be closer together in the market, given the fact that 1,200 metres is going to suit Woderton better, and I think he meets him 2.5 kilos better. So that margin should have been closer. First up over 1,100 metres. Woderton's fitter. I think he can beat him this time around. Skyhook isn't well suited at the weights either. He carries 57 kilos. He did what he did first up on the back of only one trial. He gave them all weight. He went back from the... He drew okay, but he gave them all a start and he gave them all a beating. He's been back to the trial since. I'm not sure about Tempted, given the fact that she comes into this on the back of one trial. I'm not sure if she's had a setback. Why is she not racing the girls? And that trial is only a recent one. So she trialled super, but she's not also well suited at the weights, given the fact that she's got to give Woderton 0.5 kilo. So I like Woderton, but the draw's sticky.
That's what I like to hear.
You like to hear that?
Yeah, I like Woderton too.
Yeah.
But I was interested about Tempted, what you were going to say there.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about her?
I think that they've just sort of said that they want to sort of target the Coolmore with her and sort of keep her a little bit sort of fresher and hold her back a bit for that race. So
are they going to run her in the Golden Rose?
I believe so. Yep. I believe it's going to be this Golden Rose. And
No
then,
flight stakes?
No.
7-day backup?
No flight.
Interesting.
No, not by the sounds of it. But I like her. So I know... So Godolphin have won this race 5 of the last 6 years. Now, that was obviously all James Cummings, and now they're all spread out and whatnot, and Tempted's with Kieran Maher. But In Secret was the one filly out of those 5 that have won it, and I think Tempted's probably, like, she's got better form at this point in their careers than what In Secret did. So In Secret won a Hawkesbury Maiden, won a Woodland Stakes, and then ran second in a Silver Shadow, whereas Tempted was luckless in a Blue Diamond. Probably should have won the Golden Slipper. She beat Mahuna in the Riesling the start before that, and then she bolted in to win the Percy Sykes. And
that was a big Percy Sykes win too.
Yeah,
she was 3 deep without cover.
Yeah,
and just was too
carried
good.
More weight than them as well. Like beat Savvy Halley and Within the Law, who have both been right around the mix in those early 3-year-old fillies races this spring. So
they must think that she's pretty good.
Yeah, I think
she's not a Group 1 winner, is she?
No, not yet. She probably should have won that Golden Slipper.
So it's really weird that they wouldn't chase that flight stakes.
I think maybe they just want to. Maybe she's potentially Godolphin's Everest horse. So they've got a slot as well. So maybe that's up their sleeve. Kieran Maher hasn't really got anything going there either.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah, it's
but
interesting
yeah,
that
like,
she'd only had one trial as well. But
Yeah,
if
that was-
Kieran Maher, Kieran Maher's the type of bloke that can do it.
Yeah, that was my knock. Like you said, like I loved her trial and put her straight in the black book after that. But it was one trial. It was a relatively soft trial as well. Like she wasn't really asked for much, and she, she does come here first up, whereas most of these boys have had a run under their belt. And like Blake
Skyhook
touched
was
on-
under pressure in that trial too.
Yeah.
He was in that trial.
Yeah.
But he'd already had that run, so maybe he wasn't sharp enough for that
to go with them over
1,000
there.
metres.
Yeah, but look, I think if she can just sort of sit midfield and from that nice draw, I think she can go crunch.
I think nepotism starts shorter than what he is.
He's big odds.
He's big odds.
Yeah.
He's big odds for the horse that he is, and maybe this isn't his race, but
Before we move on, if I could, I just want to go one race before this to the Jericho Stakes. So I just want to touch on it quickly. So Joliestar, she got the Everest slot this week, going into Waller's slot. So just been announced, I think, last night.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
Proven first up performer. Is she a bet at $2 here, Blake?
she shouldn't even be favourite, in my opinion.
Ouch.
Whack.
She's got her Everest slot, so there's no reason to have her really wound up for a first up tilt. All her best form, though she hasn't been tried on a heavy deck or a really rain affected deck, all her best form is on top of the ground. She's got two outliers in regards to her ratings, which are the Show County when they were thinking about an Everest for her and she exploded first up, and that Newmarket win. So Randwick and Flemington, two big tracks and two close enough to grand final days. Her ratings at Rosehill have rated a long way down. The figure that she produces most of the time, she'd have to come up from that figure she'd have to improve a length on that figure to beat Gangster Granny and what she produced first up over 1,100 metres, sitting outside the lead on a heavy deck behind Autumn Glow. So you can only expect Gangster Granny to bounce off what she did first up, given the fact that she only had one trial. She gets to 1,200 metres here, and she's got more upside. So,
And is it 5.5 kilos off the top of my head? 4.5, 5 kilos, something like that?
5, I think it's 5.
Yeah.
So at the weight scale, given the fact that Joliestar has to give her 5 kilos and will land,
Behind her.
Gangster Granny will land in front of Joliestar, I find it highly doubtful that Joliestar can come from behind her and beat her.
All right, boys, best bets and lay of the day from you, please, Nick. If you aren't following us on the Betfair app, make sure you are doing so and turn notifications on. We've got the little flame next to our profile on Betfair app.
We do. Running hot.
Running hot. Last 69 tips, 20 wins, 30% strike rate. Average Betfair starting price, $7.97. And the max winner, $47.67.
Yeah.
And here we are just waiting for Crazy Carl to get on the pod and redo the top 5.
That's
Come
right.
on, Carl.
Carl's got a lot on his plate. Carl's very busy.
Number one. Yeah, I think that horse is in this weekend too in the highway.
She is.
Unreachable.
Unreachable, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, best bet from you, please, Nicholas.
Yep. We're going to go down to Flemington. Race 4, Bella Zane at around 30-1. I think she's a great each way bet this weekend. She won the Lonhro Plate as a 2-year-old. She beat the boys there. Bavoct ran second and he ran third in the the Rosebud behind Raging Force and Woden a couple of weeks ago. I think that's good form. She was then nailed by Within the Law in the Sweet Embrace, ran well in the Slipper and the Sires. She's had 3 trials and jump outs this time in. I thought her 2 in Sydney were terrific. And then her latest in Melbourne at Caulfield, she just sort of found the front, was held together. My Gladiola got over the top of her to win the trial. She's $5 here. She has had a run under her belt, whereas Bellazane's first up. But I think there's too much between them. Drawn well up the straight, Reggie Bayless on board. I think she is a great each-way hope.
I like that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
BJ, give us your best of the day for Saturday.
Yeah, best of the day, Flemington race 9, number 3, Lazura. I think that she is going to be too good for these. I liked what she did first up at Randwick. Yes, it was on a heavy deck, and she's going to strike a better track here, but there's nothing to suggest that she isn't equally adept on both surfaces. She had very similar ratings on heavy tracks and good tracks last preparation. She produced the best last 400 metres of the meeting. First up, she overcame the race shape and draw to win. She improved second up last preparation. 2 horses out of that race have subsequently run. Both horses have improved their rating. One of those has won a stakes race. She lands in front of key rival in On Display, who had the race shape to suit first up. Was impressive, but I think Lazura should be too good for them. Stamp herself as that Empire Rose horse and favourite.
Look out. Look out.
If Treasure of the Moment doesn't go there, which I'd be surprised if she does.
No, I don't. Well, she could, but I doubt it. I think if they're going to run her at a mile on...
It would have had to have been a fair setback.
Yeah. They're still talking fee and stakes in a couple of weeks, and then Might and Power, and then hopefully Cox Plate. But you would think that if she doesn't get to a Cox Plate and they're thinking about running her on over a mile on Derby Day, it's Golden Eagle rather than Empire Rose. Like, you'd run for a $10 million race, wouldn't you? Where
You'd think so.
You'd think. One would assume.
All right. Well, what's our Betfair Lay of the day going to be this Saturday?
We're going to stay at Flemington. We're going to go a race earlier than the best bet, so hopefully our pockets will be full. Race 3, we're going to lay the Chris Waller, James McDonald combination in Crossbow. I think that the JMac tax is in play. I'm not completely sold on him as a horse yet, and I think he's starting to sort of trend negatively this preparation. He's had a few runs under his belt, and he should have won that day in Sydney. We were on him, and then he went to Flemington. He won, but I don't think he beat a whole lot that day. And then that last start run at the Valley, I thought there were a few sort of question marks on that form line as well. So, look, I just don't think he can start this short against some nice horses that are returning for the spring. You know, like I think Vinrock, he's obviously a Group 1 winner. I think he had excuses first up, so I think he's and he was well backed there as well. So I think you forgive that run and go off his autumn form. Like Vinrock's the one that the market has to trend towards, back up to 1,400 to Flemington, where he won a VRC Sires. And I think I'm just happy to risk that winter form with Crossbow.
Oh, let's take it on.
Let's take it on.
I actually saw in the Discord last night there was a few people a bit keen on Crossbow.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You're just going to...
Lay at the place
You're
as
just
well.
going to... Like Crossbow.
Well,
That's not that, is it?
Wallace saved him from last week, thinking that this is a better race for him. So
What would he know?
Nick versus Waller.
Yeah.
Battle of the
Interesting.
Great Minds.
Great minds, yeah.
Yeah, he's better suited here at Flemington than he probably was at the Valley, but given he's a winner here. But yeah, I think there comes a time where that winter form, you've just got to pen it. And these are spring horses back at the races now.
Yeah. We're talking about the big boys.
We're talking about the big boys.
And girls.
Crossbow. Yeah, you just sit on the sideline.
I love it. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the whole day on Saturday.
Yeah, it's we were talking about it sort of off air. Like this is the day where all the good horses are back.
Yeah.
Like Autumn Glow, who we haven't even touched on. Blake, what price do you see her starting? Like is she like punters like looking at the $1.55, $1.60 that's there at the moment? Are they chiming into that, or
I think I don't think there's going to be much push against it. I think that's probably the right price, but she could start a little bit shorter.
Yeah,
$1.40 maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think there's No way in hell she's getting back to even money. I'd be
No.
surprised to see her. Like, she might start $1.50.
Yeah.
That's probably about
think-
her right price.
Tim Ryan made her the lay of the day in a lot of her most recent races. Maybe not last start. I think he sort of
He
said
didn't
like,
last start,
learnt my lesson, but maybe he'll flip and go
I
back.
doubt
But
it.
I doubt it. Tim's a smart man. He wouldn't
doubt it.
do that again, would he? No.
One out in the quaddie.
She's more likely to win than get beat.
That's fair. Yeah. One out in the quaddie, yeah.
Yeah, that's your one out in the quaddie, right?
Definitely.
She will be.
Yeah. Rollover challenge?
Ooh.
Potentially.
Well, you can check out the rollover when it's up at Punters HQ. So if you haven't jumped on board there, do so. And like I said, the Discord's popping off.
Yeah, there's a lot of punters in there. I think we're going to do a
We
juicy little giveaway this weekend to be confirmed.
Yeah.
But keep an eye out on socials. If you're in the Discord channel already, keep
We
an
hit
eye on the
2K
comms.
punters in there.
It's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in time for spring too. It's like the biggest punting group chat you could.
I've been really
find.
enjoying the post-race discussions as well. So today's thoughts were top-tier chips.
Yes. Yeah, I see the atomic tomato got a mention, which I'm a big fan of.
Then it got shat on.
It did get shat on, which shouldn't have been shat on.
It's rough. Atomic Tomato wouldn't be in my top 5.
Oh, it wouldn't be in my top 5, but it's a good chip.
It'd be number one for me.
Really?
Yep,
You're on
by
that
far.
high?
I love it. Samboy's Atomic Tomato.
Yeah.
If you haven't had it, you're probably not born in the 80s.
I'd say light and tangy, and the
Light and tangy would definitely not be in my top
Really?
5.
Agreed, yeah.
you're
that would be-
agreeing with me or with Blake?
Agreeing with Blake. That's a terrible call.
And
You've done some bad takes
what's
on
the
this show.
blue? The
Original.
Original.
no, the light blue thins. It's like
That is light and tangy,
sour-
isn't it? Oh,
no,
sour, cream.
and chives.
That's average too.
Good
They're
chip.
Two poor choices. I would choose like sweet chili and sour cream.
Yep,
The
good
Red
chip.
Rock one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd definitely be in
That
my
was
top
DJC's
five.
number one.
Yep.
It's probably be close enough to my number 1. Lime and black pepper. That would be in my
Good,
top 5.
good chip. I reckon you could bat a fish in that.
Like salt and vinegar would be in my top
Is that a
5.
fucking compliment for a chip?
Yeah, like
Oh.
lime and black. Like you
could
make like
compliment-
like a crumb with it.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'm gonna go all right.
That's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
top. That's
Well,
his
they-
number one crumbing chip.
Well, actually, like when I
Beer number 2.
Yeah.
when I spice up my chicken, I put lemon and black pepper.
The chip or just lemon and black pepper?
The spice.
mix.
There's a
Yeah.
spice.
spice
Yeah, it's
mix,
very
yeah.
good.
But
That's
this
the
is
way to go.
lime and black pepper,
Well, it's
isn't
very similar. It's a citrus and a
Yeah,
and
yellow
black
and
pepper,
green.
So,
What was number two? Okay,
so I've got
sour cream,
sweet
sweet
chili,
chili.
and sour cream.
Yeah.
I've got lime and black pepper. I've got salt and vinegar.
it? Yeah.
Underrated.
Yeah, something.
Original would have to go in there, and then
You a barbecue guy?
I would have to say like honey and what's
Honey
that?
soy chicken.
Honey soy chicken.
Yeah,
that
that
would
would
have to
be-
go in there somewhere.
That would be me.
Yeah. You know what the clear worst? Like I had one day when I used to work at the bottle shop and we were right next to Coles. Like you'd go in there and went in there one day and I don't know what brand it was, but they had a mashed potato and gravy flavored chip, and I was like, got to try this. Awful.
No good.
Oh, shocking. It was sort of
Is
like
it really that shocking though?
No,
like it's shocking.
It's
that
not
that was-
shocking in the
I'll
sense that
say
like
this.
I went in there fully expecting this to be no good, but I was like, this will be interesting. No.
For someone that has Atomic Tomato at the top of his list, I will say this: the special edition and hybrid
Gimmicks.
gimmicky chips don't work.
I think that a garlic bread one as well. It
Yeah,
might have been
no.
garlic bread and mashed
No,
potato and
yeah.
gravy.
They
Shouldn't do
shouldn't
it.
exist.
No.
Stick to the original. And I'll say this as well: in my top three is a chip that we don't even have here, but is widely available in the UK, and it was called Real McCoy's. It was just a normal chip, heavy flavour, and it was steak.
Yeah.
Steak flavoured chip, and that was elite.
Elite.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have had it for 10 years, and I still would say it's better than every other chip other than
You know what it
Atomic
would
Tomato.
go nice with? The garlic
potato.
bread and mashed potato and gravy chips.
Steak and mash.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can have those. So, yeah, that's the kind of shit you can get in our Discord, as well as copious amounts of tips and punting banter, and it's going goes good in there.
Lots of tips.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you, boys. Enjoy this weekend's racing. We have an absolute cracker on the cards. I hope you guys all back a winner and enjoy yourselves.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.